Hi everyone, Katrina and Ian here from System to Success. Just wanted to make a quick video this morning. Ian's just come back down from Manchester and woken up early the next morning and getting straight into the swing of things. This is where he does his catalogue preparation and where we pack all the orders. So I mean, we've just got the bags hanging on the back of the door there, nothing spectacular. You don't have to have a dedicated workspace or anything, but fortunately we've got a spare room, so we've just turned it. I mean, it doesn't even take up the spare room, he's just got this corner. As you can see, the rest of the room's empty. Have you got anything to say, Ian?
Yes. The key with being a retailer, I wouldn't consider myself a master retailer, but I would consider myself an established retailer, is to constantly ground yourself by acting like a new distributor, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Because, like any business, your sales force has to carry on working to maintain a certain level, either maintain a certain level or establish some growth. And since we came to Cornwall, that's pretty much what I've done. I've behaved like a new distributor, and our business has constantly grown as our Manchester retail slightly diminishes. But it also means that I'm constantly in touch and can sympathise with new distributors because I'm doing exactly what I expect them to do. Right now I've just been removing the spring specials. I mean, this is academic because this only relates to this particular snapshot in time.
Which happens to be the second week in July, just for reference.
It's not really spring anymore, but we were using the spring specials just to attract a little bit of attention. This particular catalogue, the 8T catalogue, or blanket drop-in 100-page catalogue, we've still got a lot of team members working with this catalogue, so are we. Advantage is it's lightweight, it's got a reduced product range of more affordable products, so if a first-time customer picks this catalogue up, they're actually statistically more likely to make a purchase because some of the expensive items aren't in there, more of the common items that we know we sell all the time. But I'm prepping 100 catalogues, which is what I deem to be a reasonable quantity. 200 can be too much because what we suggest and what we teach is this business can be done in bite-sized chunks. So somebody who's already working a job like I was working 60 hours a week in night shifts when I joined the business.
Which is one thing that a lot of people don't understand looking at the business. They think, oh, I've got a full-time job, I don't have time. Yeah. But that's a myth.
So, based on dropping 100 catalogues, we can put 100 catalogues out in an hour. We can pick 100 catalogues up in an hour and 40 minutes. It can quite easily be done in an evening. Even if you work in the business part-time, maybe you're a mother, something goes wrong with the kids, and you have to bring them back home from school, they're sick, something like that. If you've never set your goal of doing more than 3 hours Kleeneze activity in a day, it's quite easy to reschedule it, fit it into another slot, even if it's 6 till 9 PM in the evening. So what I'm currently doing is I'm just blanket dropping Helston for the second time now. Advantage is this area that I'm going to today. When I first went to it, I did so entirely on foot. So I was limited to taking 40 to 50 catalogues every time I went. By using these lightweight catalogues, I can take 100 in the same space, but I'm also going to make my life easier by going up there on the moped. It's only 1.5 miles away.
It's all uphill.
But what it does is, it widens the scope. There's 4,500 houses in Helston.
So can we just dispel another myth there as well? A lot of people think if they don't have transport, they can't do Kleeneze. But as you've just said, this is the second time you blanket dropped, and you did it all on foot the first time round?
There are very few houses, there are very few places in the country that if you draw a 1 mile radius around your house you won't find 5,000 houses. You'd have to live very rurally for that not to work.
And we're pretty rural down here.
So anybody who lives in a town, even Helston, has got 4,500 houses to go at. Up in Manchester, you just never run out of houses. You draw a 1 mile circle, you get about 7,000 houses. You draw a 2 mile circle, you got about 20,000 houses. And if somebody was starting in the business this month and I was giving them a 1 month business plan, they'd need about 4,000 houses to go at. So it's not normally a problem. And
it's regardless of how many other distributors already work that area.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go and blanket drop now for a second time in Helston, and I am effectively a new distributor because I'm going to find customers that I didn't find the first time I blanket dropped.
And that's still with other distributors that are nothing to do with our business.
But also, there could be people who have changed their attitude to the other distributor, because when we say this, people buy from us, not just Kleeneze. There are people out there who don't like their Kleeneze distributor, or maybe don't get adequate service from their Kleeneze distributor. We hear stories about Kleeneze distributors taking a catalogue and then not coming back for another 3 to 6 months. Well, our business thrives on the fact that our regular customers get a catalogue every 4 to 5 weeks.
Religiously.
And some of the best customers make routine purchases, and they alternate between the consumables that run out that need topping up and the more luxury purchases when they buy a new kitchen gadget or something like that. And that's how our business thrives. That's the difference between doing what Argos does and just having a catalogue sat in somebody's house passively, and doing what we do and having a catalogue arriving on a periodic basis, knowing it's being collected by an individual rather than just a faceless organisation. And that's what generates our repeat sales. That's what generates our income.
And going back to what you mentioned about what catalogues you were using, a lot of people would say, well, they're out of date now, surely we shouldn't be using those. You know, what can we offer, advice can we offer with that?
Well, Kleeneze has never said do not use an old catalogue. And some of the most prominent leaders in the business say the opposite. You can use old catalogues for one of two purposes. You can use them for a campaign such as I'm doing, whereas you're re-blanketing an entire town, or you can use them as Gavin Scott coined the phrase, kamikaze catalogues. Think of a street or a town you wouldn't normally go to, and you might be concerned about not getting a catalogue back in that area because people aren't nice, or because the area has a bad reputation for being not nice. I mean, we've been whenever we hear that an area is bad, we always go there automatically just to see what it's like. I mean, we've been to Moss Side in Manchester, where you're supposed to get shot and stabbed if you walk down the street. But you still find customers. The Kleeneze business still works, and they're nowhere near as dangerous as people make out. Fine, I wouldn't go there at 2 AM in the morning, but that's not the hours we operate anyway.
But I mean, will Kleeneze actually send out emails, the EWBs, that say catalogues are being switched off? And people jump on that straight away and think, oh gosh, that means I've got to throw them all away.
This catalogue was designed with a specific purpose, to find customers. It was never designed to be put in front of a regular customer, because if a regular customer has read a 160-page catalogue, everything that they've already seen is in this catalogue. So they're not going to see anything new. And if you follow the ASDA principle of changing your shelves around, you're missing out on attracting a customer into a purchase. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. Kleeneze do most of that for you by updating the catalogue.
So how do we deal with what inevitably will happen with old catalogues when people type the numbers in and it says, you know, no longer available.
50% of the time when a customer orders something from a catalogue and it says no longer available, it possibly is still available. Maybe the price has changed, the product code has changed, it might be slightly more difficult to find, it might have changed in its colour, or it may be part of an offer, a combined offer. You just need to get a bit creative, and you need to use the Kleeneze product search, and you need to be familiar with the catalogue so that you can possibly make a substitution. And then from that point on, it's about customer service. And
a good tip there is to always, when you're placing an order, to have a set of the most recent catalogues next to you.
Every catalogue you're working with.
So that you can at least view the product and then look at it to see if it's in the current catalogue, or, as you say, use the search, and also look at the online shop, because there's products on the online shop that aren't in any of the catalogues as well. So I think that's plenty of food for thought. As you can see, Ian's, you know, busy prepping these catalogues. He's part way there.
Sorry, I didn't finish my train of thought.
Oh, sorry, carry on.
My train of thought was, this catalogue is never intended to be used repeatedly. It's only really for the first hit.
Yeah.
But we have multiple old catalogues that we're working with. If I just give you a quick history at this particular snapshot in time, this is the very latest catalogue. So this represents the third quarter.
So people can.
Third quarter of 2014. But I could give you a history in excess of a year right now.
And you can see there's no uniform required for putting your catalogues together, because Ian's in his pyjamas.
That catalogue's more than a year old, but still working for us. That catalogue's the immediate past, that represents the second quarter of 2014. This catalogue represents the first quarter of 2014. So we've got far in excess of a year's worth of catalogues here, and they're being used for different reasons. So if we're using a blanket dropping campaign, and we've used the 8T catalogue, which isn't the full range, rather than use it, we still don't have to use a brand new catalogue on the second or third drop. We could use that catalogue that's 2 campaigns out of date, or we could use that catalogue that's only 1 campaign out of date. The customer still gets an increased statistical chance of placing an order because they've got a broadened product range, and as they get closer in time to the current catalogue, they get less likely to order something that's no longer available. And then the simple rule is, once they're a customer, you don't give them an out-of-date catalogue, and you don't have that problem anymore.
But we'll do another video about how to keep your customers up to date with regular catalogue changes. We'll do that in a separate video, because I think that requires some information just on its own, doesn't it?
Okay.
So, shall we wrap that up then, Ian? I think that's plenty to think about. Well, it's a 15-minute video, nothing long-winded.
And at the same time, you've got a real-time recording of how quick and easy it is to prep catalogues. Once you get used to it, I'm talking and doing at the same time, and this stack is just approaching 50 catalogues.
The first night I got my catalogues when I started over 11 years ago. I got them in an evening. My sponsor brought them around to me, because that was in the good old days when they didn't get posted to you. The sponsor actually used to bring them round to you, but that doesn't happen anymore. Myself and my children sat up till 2 o'clock in the morning on the lounge floor and put all the catalogues together, and they went out the very next day. So that we didn't get them till like 9 o'clock at night, but they were out first thing the next morning. And that's how quickly you need to get your books out. If you get them traditionally, you know, they'll come with parcel force sometime during the day. You can get them out that evening, because as you can see how quickly Ian's putting the catalogues together, we don't recommend necessarily putting out more than 100 at a time, because it's a number that you can work with. I used to put them out in 50s at a time because I was on foot, and the catalogues were a lot heavier and bigger back then. The new text has just arrived in your box. It's go, go, go. Yeah, if you're in our team and you've got any questions, if you want some help with putting a plan together, let us know. So we hope you found this video useful, and as I say, ask us any questions about your Kleeneze business, because that's what we're here for, and we'll speak to you very soon. Take care now, bye.